And his opponent, please help me welcome to the cage now, Rifaq Sarwar. Now, we present to you the co-main event of the evening. This fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the SFN lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 65.2 kilos, holding a perfect MMA record of 4 wins, no losses. Fighting out of the Badshah Wushu Academy, let's hear it for Shahzaib. And now his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 65.4 kilos, holding a perfect MMA record of 5 wins, no losses. Fighting out of Passion MMA and representing Team Zalmi. Let's hear it for Rifaq Sarwar. When the action begins, the referee in charge, Ali Ahmed.
Ali Ahmed, our referee for the night, for this co-main event between Rifaq Sarwar and Shahzaib from Badshah Wushu. Badshah Wushu is one of the oldest Wushu clubs in the country, and Rifaq Sarwar, man, Rifaq Sarwar is the guy. He's got it all that you want in a champion. He's got the technique, he's got the grit, he's got the chin, and he's got that fight IQ. Let's see how it unfolds for Rifaq tonight.
The co-main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, if you are tuning in now, Serai Fight Night, and they are underway. The first ever contender series.
They touch gloves.
Both fighters still in the feeling out process of this fight. Waiting for the other to make a move perhaps, and Shahzaib is the first to strike here.
Oh yeah, comes in with a 1-2. Rifaq got out of the way swiftly.
If you saw these guys at the weigh-ins yesterday, there was a big height
Low kick with the instep.
Height advantage is there, Daniel. I mean, Shahzaib's probably got more than a few inches on Rifaq. Let's see how Rifaq is going to handle that hurdle.
It's one thing to have a height advantage. If Stefan Struve's proven anything, it is one thing to use it. Not using it will mean...
Word.
Both fighters tentative and a strong leg kick.
Rifaq tries to engage, holds him in the clinch. Shahzaib trying to disengage. Shahzaib is holding on to Rifaq's shorts, I believe.
Both fighters clinched up. We have crossed the 1 minute mark in the first round. Rifaq has fallen over on his back. Shahzaib looks to use this as an advantage, but Rifaq expertly using his legs to keep him away from striking.
Shahzaib's trying to pressure here, trying to pound him, break his posture, and Rifaq gets into the guard. Head control and overhook for Rifaq, good control. Is he going to stand up, or is he going to try and sweep him? What do you think?
I think what he needs to do is either look for submissions or needs to shrimp out and create space so he can get back up. I asked him for the fight what he wants to do. He said he's comfortable both places. He's not going to lie. He's more comfortable on the ground. But either way, he said he might as well take the fight no matter where it is.
Good hammer fist by Shahzaib. He was able to make, get his posture back there for a second. And then Rifaq immediately brings him in.
Shahzaib, of course, fighting also in short notice.
Rifaq looking to trap that arm. Do we have an armbar coming? Let's see.
Rifaq has a Wushu wrestling background, is how he described it. He said he is preferably a wrestler, but he wants to prove himself as a complete MMA fighter on the highest stage right now through the Peshawar Zalmi team. Big support, of course, here. The Zalmi crowd in favor of Rifaq Sarwar.
Trying to push away. None of these guys have been using those up kicks from this position, man. That was really surprising for me because it's very basic day one stuff. If you're on your back, unless you're trying to, go for a takedown, unless you're trying to cook your opponent and let's see and expect him to jump into your guard. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. He starts with the X kicks.
Oh, there we go.
Is he going to go for a heel hook?
He's trying
if he gets it, it's going to be nasty for Shahzaib.
Oh, he has his leg tied up.
Let's hope he doesn't get hit in the process. The leg tangle is not there, but he's got the grip there. And he's free. Got to recover that guard. Trying to stand up. Rifaq again. Turns him and gets up. Looking to go to the back.
Excellent.
And has back control.
Excellent work off his back by Rifaq here. He has him in the back clinch.
Shahzaib tried to throw a reverse elbow there.
A minute 30 left in this round, ladies and gentlemen. First round of the 3 in our core main events. 5-minute rounds and a takedown.
Either way, the takedown that he wanted, it didn't work, but either way, Shahzaib will put on his butt. So Rifaq has a takedown. See that position where Rifaq had Shahzaib's back for a second there?
Yeah.
There's a couple of seconds. That's that gray area where if you can capitalize and get a few knees into your opponent's IT band or probably his hamstrings, you can do a lot of damage. Even these front kicks to the calf. But usually people, maybe it's just they're so preoccupied and there's so much stress involved that they just forgo those things. They just oversee those things.
You are the first person who's ever used the word IT band in front of me to describe a part of the human body. I did not know that exists. Ladies and gentlemen, I am joined here by an expert indeed at the
I didn't know it existed either. I just threw it out there.
Never mind.
Stuck in an awkward position. Gets his head out, man. This headlock position that he was stuck in now. Let's see if what he makes with it. Oh, he's trying to go for the elbow.
Those short
I believe he got him to the back of the head a few times.
Referee taking a close look just in case there is an illegal blow. He will be warned or even worse, disqualified.
Hand fight for both guys.
This, of course, our co-main event, ladies and gentlemen.
Boom, knee to the face. That's what was lacking, man. There you go. He's trying to put that arm far away. See that rib that's open, so he can fill in the blanks with his knee there if he wants to, because he's got the hand out of the way. But obviously, Shahzaib's doing a good job of defending that knee with his knee. Trying to go for the head.
And we come to a close to the first round, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like a stalemate, but definitely on points. I feel like Rifaq Sarwar is ahead.
Round 2 starts.
And we are underway with the second round here in the welterweight division. Our co-main event, Rifaq Sarwar taking on Shahzaib. Rifaq in the black trunks, red tape on his gloves, Shahzaib with the blue. If you're joining us just now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Serai Fight Night Contender Series number 1. The first of the many that we promise to present to you as the premier mixed martial arts promotion in Pakistan.
On its way, bro, on its way. SFN is on its way because the intentions and the main goals that we had in mind, all of those were achieved. Taking care of the fighters, trying to put on an event Islamabad has never seen before. And there you go. And it's only a contender night, ladies and gentlemen. This is not one of our main or proper big events. It's just a contender night. And the next time, after the 2 or 3 contender nights, we're gonna throw this big main event, major SFN 1. So this is all a build-up. We're all in the learning process. Shahzaib with the kicks a few times manages to get Rifaq's hand, but nothing much.
I think I'll correct you there. Not just the biggest event in Islamabad, but the biggest event of mixed martial arts in Pakistan.
Oh yes,
undoubtedly
as we speak,
so.
Undoubtedly.
Unparalleled in terms of its treatment of fighters. But
Good
the fighters
cross by Shahzaib.
are asked to treat each other with as much hostility as possible. I saw here with Shahzaib.
That's their job description. That's the TOR. That's what they're supposed to do. And they know what they've signed up for, man.
Mixed martial arts, a beautiful sport. Here a left, low kick, leg kick.
There's a good punch Shahzaib landed. They could have followed up. Good low kick by Rifaq. Shahzaib, typical Wushu background, spinning back kick. But Rifaq himself is not unfamiliar with those waters. He's been there many times. Catches the low kick and counters with an overhand right.
A revolutionary night nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen. The first ever women's MMA fight has been shown to you. And now the co-main event living up to the hype. A front face kick almost landing there for Shahzaib. The quality of fights here has been unparalleled, ladies and gentlemen. Finishes, decisions, we've seen it all.
Shahzaib is doing a good job of moving to Rifaq's left. Every time Rifaq tries to come forward, Shahzaib is moving to his left. This time he went straight back. Rifaq needs to do the same thing. He's moving into Shahzaib's power side sometimes. But again, Rifaq has some really good reflexes.
Second round here in our 3-round welterweight co-main event.
Head kick. Grazes off Rifaq. He saw Rifaq doing that oblique kick and he's trying to copy it now.
These oblique kicks look lethal, man. I can't even imagine taking one to your knee.
Rifaq going with hook.
Oh.
Good
Rifaq
knee by
knocked down here.
Shahzaib, but that was not a knockdown, I believe.
Pardon me. He was pushed down.
Oh yeah. That was just that pressure of that knee. It was not the impact.
Shahzaib now throwing hard strikes from the top. Once again, he knows Rifaq is very good off his back, as he showed in the first round.
Rifaq can upkick him in the face right here, right now, if he chooses to. So this is one of the main issues that we're facing with the talent in the country. These guys coming from traditional martial arts backgrounds, they're so freaking good, man. But when they come into like simple situations like this, they're just unable to do anything. Simple pass or even to like crush the guard, stuff like that. The next mission that we have at SFN is that to basically coach and educate these guys further as well, so that every time people are watching the fights, every time these guys come into the cage, their level is elevated than before.
If you guys are watching this fight after it has happened and you have competed, take notes. Professor Ehtisham Kareem is talking right now.
I am no professor. I'm too young to be a professor right now, bro.
Too modest, too modest.
Junior lecture or something. Both go with the low kick.
Oh,
good
left
up
hook
kick by
lands, followed
Shahzaib,
by
but he was being reckless here. He can get caught.
Front face kick. He summons the spider and the dragon to land that one.
Overhand by Rifaq. Overhand return by Shahzaib.
Oh, another
Looks
front face
slow,
kick.
goes with the up kick high. Defends a takedown, returns a few knees, and Rifaq manages to push Shahzaib against the cage.
Spoke to Rifaq before the fight. He said, I know he's a striker. I know he has a Wushu background. I know what my strengths are. I will try to take this fight to the ground any chance I get, and we can see that's clear.
This is a pro fight. I'm surprised that Shahzaib's not trying to look for any elbows.
10 seconds left in the second round. And the second round comes to a close, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for your third and final round for the co-main event of the evening.
Third and final round, ladies and gentlemen, here at the SFN Contender Series co-main event.
Rifaq Sarwar versus Shahzaib.
Rifaq Sarwar with the red tape, Shahzaib with the blue.
Shahzaib in the blue.
Two hard-fought rounds.
Hook followed by a good middle kick by Rifaq.
Rifaq throwing shots here. He needs to be more confident in his striking ability.
Standing there in his place is not a good idea. That kick could have gone to the face as well. There's that again typical 101 Wushu spinning back fist.
Spinning back kick to the body followed by spinning back fist. The words of Nick Diaz, we're throwing spinny shit now, ladies and gentlemen.
We are throwing spinning shit now, but you know, only a few of them are connecting.
Ooh.
These kicks, man, these guys have got some nasty kicks. If only they could just... But MMA footwork and then the whole field is a different thing. You got to set stuff up. You got to fake 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fakes. I mean, you know, it doesn't matter if you chase him to the end of the cage. But you got to have these fakes and feints so that you kick when you make the effort to throw that big high kick, it should land. Rifaq moves out and counters with a good hook.
Backing away well, circling out of the back of the cage. Does not want his back to be against somebody who is such a well-experienced Wushu fighter.
Notice how he lifted that lead leg up?
Yeah.
Put the weight on the on the rear leg. That's pure. Oh, good duck and a takedown.
And a takedown.
Rifaq got to make shit happen here. Go for the slam, boy. There
and
you go.
And he slams him to
good
the mat, ladies
pick.
and gentlemen.
Good leg pick.
This is what he needed. He needed the fight to go to the ground. One big takedown, and that's all it can take for you to win the fight if it is even on the judges' scorecards.
I'm pretty sure Shahzaib is clueless on the ground because the way he has locked his legs, it's telling me a different story.
3 minutes left.
Let's see if he can try and get up from here.
You would be surprised. 3 minutes left here. Not a good position for Shahzaib to be in, especially if Rifaq now passes guard or gets to even more dominant position.
Rifaq has all the time that he needs. He needs to just, you know, maintain and retain his balance and then just make space, trap those hands, have inside control on his arms, on his biceps, or on his face, and he can just, like, you know, wail away until he opens his legs and then look to pass. I don't know why Rifaq's got his head down. He should be posturing upright now, not putting his head down.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the best seat in the house here for the co-main event as Rifaq Sarwar still on top of his opponent, throwing down strikes. His opponent needs to either get out of there, Rifaq needs to either pass.
Rifaq has done a really good job of getting him stuck against the cage because his head's tilted. Shahzaib's head's tilted against the cage. He's against the fence. But again, he's struggling, he's squirming, but Rifaq's got good control, man. Rifaq knows his stuff. Looking to go 2-on-1 on that hand. Instead, abandons it and tries to, again, do short shots.
Minute 50 left in this fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Rifaq can utilize these elbows, man. Oh, he pushes him on the face.
Oh, here we go.
If it was a kick, it would have been illegal. Rifaq cannot go for broke here. He needs to control this fight. Otherwise, if he stands up, you don't know what's going to happen. Good elbows by Shahzaib from the bottom, but Rifaq is in top position.
Rifaq definitely has the ground advantage, as we can tell. Shahzaib virtually has thrown no advances, no movement, except these short elbows, which seem to be...
These elbows were to the back of the head of Rifaq. He's stuck there. He's just looking out in the empty space. Was that a knee to Rifaq's head? Did I just see right? I think Shahzaib tried to throw a knee from that position. I mean, knees to the ground ahead of a grounded opponent are illegal.
Rifaq Sarwar, with under a minute left, is in almost a crucifix position.
Side control. That's a side control. Yeah, that's a good side control he's got. He can transition into a north-south.
Pardon me?
If he traps that arm, and if he gets an underhook on this left side, and if he traps the arm, his other, his traps Arshad's left arm, Shahzaib's left arm, then we might have a crucifix. Now he gets into mount. Needs to cross face now. Needs to cross face. There you go. He's trying to push that face down, make that space.
30 seconds left in the fight. Rifaq Sarwar definitely looking to finish the fight. Those are some...
Sideways.
15 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. Raining down elbows and shots.
Rifaq pushing the pace.
Last 10 seconds of the fight, ladies and gentlemen. Rifaq Sarwar will end this fight in a dominant position from top mount.
Good elbow again by Rifaq.
And this one goes the distance, ladies and gentlemen. Good fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Rifaq Sarwar!